Three, two, one, go. Hey guys, I'm Mondi. I've been a streamer for about 3 weeks now, and I decided to do a little vlog about the experiences I had with streaming and Twitch, YouTube, and social media all over. It was quite a journey up to this point, so I just wanted to share everything I've experienced with you guys and girls. And yeah, I'm gonna do an unedited recording, so just bear with me because my video editing skills are the worst or not existing. So who am I? I'm just a boy playing video games. I've been playing video games since like ever, and I love all kind of online multiplayer games. My first big game was Diablo 2 and LOD. And after that, I played a lot of World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3, Dota type style games, a bit of FPS too. But most of the time, I played action RPGs and MMOs, and this is what I enjoyed the most up to this point. I picked up World of Warcraft on BFA release, and I decided to stream that content I was playing because I enjoyed so much, and the little time I spent with gaming at the moment, I decided to just share the experience with others, and that's what I did. So I just turned on Twitch and did my thing. So why did I choose to stream on Twitch? Well, Twitch is the biggest streaming platform right now. It's easy to use. You've got easy software. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and you just put in the input devices and you just turn it on, and it just goes, and then you're online. I mean, the initial setup was just it was simple, but I was online and I was able to talk to people, and I was able to share my channel and attract viewers to my channel and whatever. And I mean, that was it. That was the start. The biggest problem for me at the start was actually I didn't really use Twitch before. Not really. I was watching it sometimes. I used it to watch some gamers, but I don't know any Twitch personalities. I don't know what emotes are. I don't know how the subbing system works, and I mean, I just started without any information. And well, you shouldn't do that. I mean, you can, but it's way better if you prepare a bit. And I didn't. But it wasn't too much of a problem because there are lots of information online, and if you care to take the time, you can find out enough to get started. You do have to be a little bit creative, I think, to get started. I don't have that kind of creativity, so it was kind of hard to do all the fancy parts regarding the stream. So what were my goals starting out with on Twitch? Well, I didn't have big goals. I just wanted to stream and maybe make a buck here or two, a buck or two here and there, and that was it. I mean, I know the streaming market is a big one and it's a tough one, and I just wanted to leave a mark. And I do have a family and I do have a job, and I decided to try it out. So I set my goal for to become a Twitch affiliate by the end of the year, 2018. So that would be like 2.5-3 months of streaming. And then I would consider continuing or just abandoning it again. So, well, I just started off streaming then with World of Warcraft, and well, it soon turned out that Warcraft wasn't the greatest game to be streaming with, because it was quite saturated, and the viewer the viewer counts weren't that high in the end anyway. Most of the people had their streamers that they were watching, and if you didn't have any highlights to present, it's hard to get noticed. And that's the hardest part on Twitch. It's hard to get noticed. It's hard to get people onto your channel. And I mean, I didn't expect much going in, so I wasn't disappointed that the gamers weren't running and coming into my channel and watching my stream and shouting out to me. So I was patient and I was waiting. I was actually passively waiting too much. I mean, if you want to be a streamer, you need to be active. And yeah, you need to know how to be active. So there are different things that you need to know when you stream. So what did I do? I mean, highlights and lowlights is actually not that good. Anyway, so what happened? I mean, I started streaming World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft is a saturated game, as I said before, and nothing happened really. I didn't get any viewers. My friends kind of followed me and lurked in my stream, and that was actually it for for like 2 weeks. And I mean, I was excited about streaming. I tried to improve my stream. At the beginning, I just started out streaming without any kind of advertisement and any kind of effort regarding my stream. And I kind of tried to optimize on that. I set up some social media accounts. Also little effort on that part. And I set up graphics and overlay, and it came together piece by piece and slowly, very slowly, just like the viewers. So I never expected to crack my viewer goal by the end of the year. And I watched a couple of guides, and the guides said, well, spread the word and don't play saturated games like I did, and be active. I wasn't any of these things. I just streamed. I mean, just streaming is being active too, but it's not really the kind of active that you need to be. Well, anyway, that was kind of a low light. I mean, I didn't really take it as one. And also, I was streaming for like 2 weeks, so I didn't really think about it that much. And then BlizzCon happened, and BlizzCon was a disaster. I mean, we were watching and waiting for a new Diablo game, for instance, and we didn't get one, as you all know. And in the light of that happening, I got aware of that game called Lost Ark. The Lost Ark Online is a MMO action RPG style game, which looks and feels a lot like Diablo, but it is an MMO, and well, it's a great game. And it took me a couple of days to get into that game and get access to that game because it's a Korean game, and access to Korean games is quite hard. But I got access in the end, and I decided to start streaming Lost Ark, and that was kind of a lucky break for me, I think. I mean, I don't have any reference, but for myself personally, I think it was a great decision to switch to Lost Ark. And as soon as I started Lost Ark, I got a lot of attention. First of all, like I said, it's a Korean game, and I speak Korean, I read Korean, I also stream in English and German, so I was kind of versatile, and there weren't many German streamers, so I was visible. And in contrast to World of Warcraft, where I was somewhere on the 40th or 50th page, I could be seen on the first page if when you filter on German, so that was a good thing, and that helped me to gather a few people. And I actually made affiliate last week, which is amazing. And I reached my streaming goals to be affiliate. I reached my follower goals, and from that point on, it actually just went up and up, and that was great. And today I've got I have a few friends who primed me, and I've got a few legitimate subscriptions. I've got almost 100 followers after a month of streaming, with no connections at all, with zero to little social media connections. I'm still gathering followers on that part, and I'm quite amazed. I don't have a reference if it's good or bad, but I think I'm on a good way if I just stick to it. But as it turns out, streaming isn't just streaming. It is really a lot of work. I mean, everyone tells you that it is a lot of work, but I experienced it myself now, and you just don't stream and play games. You do have to put in a lot of work to be noticeable and still matter, because if you don't create any content for your people, they will not appreciate you. So what am I doing right now? Well, I try to stream every weekday, and have a regular schedule. I put in some weekends now because the hype for the game is real. So I wanna take this hype with me and gather a little crowd. I don't know if I'm going to stick to this game till the end, or I'm going to switch to another game. But for now, I would just wanna take that, ride that wave, And I've been also working on my presentation and the social media accounts. I've got Instagram, I've got Twitter now. I'm doing this vlog, which should also revert some attention back to my channel. I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to talk about yourself and your channel. Don't be too annoying though. And I've got my Discord, and I've set up my Twitch page, and well, I'm trying to juggle all these different accounts to make some kind of content, be active in the community, and spread the word that I exist. And that's not all though. I do have a full-time job, and then after that I have to create some videos. I have to attend my channel. I have to attend those social media accounts. And since I'm been playing a new game where people don't know how to access the game, how the game works, it's in a different language. You have to attend to things like guides and walkthroughs and in-game footage, and all that takes up a lot of freaking time. And I didn't expect that, because I didn't expect to have any followers or subs at this point. So I'm kind of overwhelmed, but it's good. I mean, I get the I kind of get the grasp of all the things, and now I have to decide if I want to do this or do not, because the point, the break-even point where I can say for myself that it could be developing into something real or not, came way earlier than I expected. So that's what I'm doing right now, thinking about what to do next. That's that's what I'm thinking about. So I wanted to talk to you about my streaming setup a little bit, because in my opinion, if you just start out streaming, you don't really need much. Just whip out some kind of webcam. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. Just take your gaming headset and check that there isn't any loose cords, and the recordings are clear, and take OBS, Streamlabs OBS. It has got everything. You can also even get some kind of themes where you don't have to set up anything, and it just looks brilliant. I mean, if you look at the footage I've got in the back, I didn't use any kind of overlay at the moment, but I did use the widgets which are available for anyone, and it looks simple. I mean, it works. It shows some information. It shows information for the followers and subs. You can show your goals, and that should be it for the beginning. I mean, I spoke to a lot of viewers about how I'm performing and how they like to stream, and they were saying that there are different people out there. They are the ones who start out streaming and they've got the professional setup. They've got that nice gaming chair. They got all the good accessories, and they just sit there and look awesome and cool. And on the other end, they seem to be arrogant and foolish and all that. And if you just be yourself and stream with the things you have and go step by step, and take the donations or the money you earn along the way to increase to improve your streaming setup, that should be it. That should be good. But a lot of people expect from you that you set up a professional streaming setup and be a professional asshole on stream, just to be a good streamer, just to be a noticeable streamer. I mean, I didn't think so, and I just chose to be myself. Just talk to people, engage with the viewers, and up to this point, I mean, I'm still little, and I cannot yet give a full conclusion of things, but up to this point, it seems to be a good approach, But there's still a lot of complainers who are still saying that this thing is missing and this thing is missing and missing. got this problem with S and and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's how I started out. I had my headset. I had a webcam which I dug out from somewhere and started off streaming. I did end up buying some stuff for streaming because the annoyance was just too high, and I replaced my microphone with a the microphone I've got right now. I don't know what's called, a capacitor microphone, if I translate it right, and a new webcam, but the webcam wasn't an upgrade at all, and a green screen. I just chose to have a green screen because I got some feedback that my background is a little bit messy or what. It's, so I just put up that green screen. I didn't take an expensive one. I just took a green sheet I bought off Amazon and I put it up because it's not mobile. It can just stay there. And back to my streaming style. I just stream, I stream, I talk to the people, I talk about myself, I talk about the day, and I talk about the game and comment events within the game. And I try not to be cocky. I try to be neutral. I mean, it's a thing that you have to be aware of what kind of people are watching your stream. I try not to discriminate or be gender specific or anything. Just be cool about everything. And it's a bonus that I speak different languages, so I'm using that. Yeah, I just try to be authentic and be myself. So social media is also a point where you need to be active. I mean, if you've got private followers on your Instagram and your Twitter and your Facebook, you can use that to share that you are streaming right now and that you want them to support you, to share your name. You can use that. If you don't have that, you just have to start out from scratch like I did. I did have Facebook, but I kind of deleted that one. And I mean, for my Twitch identity, which is very close to my real identity, I did have to make new accounts. I'm going with Instagram and Twitter right now. And the good thing about Instagram and Twitter is that you don't actually have to know a lot of people to get to reach people, because these hashtags, if you use them right and if you put up posts which interest people, you gather people automatically. You put up pictures about, I don't know, interesting things like they usually do on Instagram, or post interesting things on Twitter. The followers should they should come one by one. And you also need to be active on community sites like Reddit and talk about the game, talk about content, make content maybe, create guides, be active on YouTube, upload your video highlights from Twitch, upload your upload vlogs like I did right now. And it's what you should do. It's what I'm trying to do right now. It's kind of hard, but because there's a lot of information that you have to spread, you have to take part in conversations, you have to join Discords and be active on these too, and that takes up a lot of time. I mean, I played till now. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, way too late for me. And I decided to make this video because before I don't get the time to make it. And I feel sorry for myself that I didn't make it. So I did make it, and I'm going to upload it in this version, which is this one right now. Anyway, and you should do that too. Don't stop, don't hesitate, just do it. And well, I'm gonna keep going. So social media was my last bullet point I had. Like I said, I enjoyed streaming up to this point, and I'm still going to enjoy it. It is time consuming, like really time consuming, and it is really hard to juggle all the work and family matters and streaming and preparing streaming and recapping streaming, making content, social media. It is really hard. I really understand why even streamers who do this as a full-time job say that it isn't just, just hustling and throwing around money. It is actually a real hard piece of work to just create something, like, even a stream. Just when you start off using Twitch and creating content and make it look good, even that just takes so much brain matter. And if you look at my logo I've put up on, I don't know where you can see my logo now, on Twitch maybe, it's just cheap as, I don't know, as bread. And I didn't put any effort into it. And if you need to put some effort into things to make them look nice, not everyone expects you to have the best presentation of things, but it helps. It helps to pull in more people. So that's going to be the next point I'm trying to fix, is that I put up some fancy graphics and get a new logo, which actually looks like something, not just some pixeled out image. And well, also hoping to see you next time. And well, that's genau. It was German. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on my things and tell you next time how that all panned out, how my stream is going, how my channel is growing, if it's still growing, and if I'm still motivated enough to keep on going and keep on streaming. So this is vlog part 1, and I think I'll put up a vlog in a week or 2. I have to see how much traffic I'm getting and how worth it will be to talk about it for 10-15 minutes. So thank you all. If you want to talk to me, watch me on stream, or subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'm not professional at all up to this point, and I just keep on going to gather all these little points and information to make my site more professional and more accessible. It doesn't have to be professional, but more accessible. Link all my different platforms so that all of you can watch my stuff. Goodbye and thank you, and have a good night.